See, I love all these vines. They're so stunning. See her colour. I love the colour of all the greens. There's so many greens here. The place I live is actually called New Ash Green. It's just got such attitude, you know. There's so many different types of trees here too, which I noticed. But these vines are just everywhere, and they're just so stunning, the formations they make. And they're very strong, you know. There's a lot of them around a lot of the trees here. Like, I like the movement of them. I put a lot of crystals here. I actually put one of my crystals here about a year ago in this actual bit of tree here, because the plants wasn't growing back, everything was dying here. But up on this hill here, so this is where I walk most days. A lot of the land's collapsing. This is where I was finding one of the mines. I never normally bring out my my iPad, by the way, so this is like the first time I brought it out in nature. I'm actually very strict with having technology out in nature when I'm out connecting with it, doing my work with my crystals and stuff. But yeah, I normally make my mum, like when we're out with the horses and that, leave her phone in the car. I don't have a phone, but I nick her iPad like this sometimes. I just wanted to give you a few visuals. Down here, this is where one of the mines was that collapsed. But like, I can see under all the roots of the trees, all the vines. But these are visuals, you know, you can visualize, like, look how wild all this is. I'm like 20 minutes from London, Victoria, but no one really knows this place exists because it's like all farmland. See, I love this bit up here. I've been hacking my horses here since I was like 4 years old. But yeah, this bit here, so what I do, I come here, I soak in all the green into my heart chakra, and I just connect and I release everything, and then I change it every day, cleanse, come here. There's loads of little blue tits that like follow me around. They're really cute. They wake me up in the morning by my window, and then when I walk down here, because I'm about 5 minutes from my house now. But yeah, I've been observing. I come here and I watch the shadows as the sun moves round, because it's so like curvy here. Like, I'm on a massive hill right now, but over there opposite it dips and then comes back up again. So my horse is about 20 minutes from here to the left, and yeah, when he used to come up this hill that I'm on now, he would like, from this way, he would like go crazy, you know. He'd spook quite a lot, because his obviously his third eye would be affected, because now when I come up here I can feel where he used to spook, and there's actually loads of vents been put in around here. I'll show you the vents. Actually no, wait, I'll show you this quick. In this yeah, I'll show you the tree roots under here, because I come and I sit and I meditate here quite a lot and draw and do some of my channeling, and I juggle, because juggling helps with my heart chakra, because it combines the left and right side of the brain, and it actually gives me quite cool visuals when I can comfortable in it. So yeah, this is where I come to look, you know, because you can actually see like the whole process underneath here, because a lot of the trees have fallen out of the ground, but there's so much flint being produced here. It's coming out. I'm on like massive mounds of chalk. I showed you they always call me chalk, but yeah, the flint, I love it. I collect loads of the flint. I work with the flint. It's everywhere around this area. Hang on 1 second. So you can actually see like inside properly. Look at the colour. There's always loads of spiders here as well. Actually, we need to talk more about the spiders too, because loads of people have fears of spiders, but they have copper in their blood, and copper keeps coming up. And spider webs is their only the webs, they float across the like electromagnetic. That's what they fly across. They're spider webs when they move in the atmosphere. So yeah, I still haven't figured out stuff why people have that either, but we're slowly getting there, guys. But yeah, I do like to come and look up close and actually interact with Gaia and listen to her. You know, I watch her, and when I do have the language with her, it's like I look at her formation. The chalk does interest me though, because I'm looking how the quartz vibrates, because the shapes of it are so bizarre. They have like holes in random ones. And you can, it looks like the universe when you actually look into them, like all the different shapes and stuff. But look at all the colour, the greens. You know, I look at all this formation, like this is complex stuff. Actually really complex. And the soil is really, really different here. Like there's loads of colours to it. Like look, you've got the white and like the brown in there, and that's vibrating to make the flint, and then that's actually creating quartz. Within loads of the flint there's loads of quartz, so I'm like literally watching the process of it, you know. And like when it chips off as well, like I'll show you a bit in a minute. Let me just try and not fall down the tree. So you can see it like forming now, yeah. Can use these for visuals. But this is like, you know, I always try and visualise what's below that and then what's below that. What was they mining from here? Because I find loads of slate and stuff. And there's more dips. There's actually a massive dip over the other side as well. But I started digging through the chalk too. See if I can find anything in it. So, but they're hiding something in this land, I have a feeling. My horse always speaks in other places around there too, and it's like set up. There's loads of land around here, like loads of Greenpeace are really protective over it. So, but these vents are strange. I keep seeing these helicopters going over too. Yeah, over this bit. Because where I live, New Ash Green, I've got loads of documents from, they wrote to the Prime Minister, they didn't want this place to be built, it's built on loads of orchards. Like, it's so close to London, so everyone here works in London basically. So a lot of the people's energy I'm interacting with are going into central London every day, you know what I mean? And they walk around these areas with their dogs and stuff, and I talk to quite a lot of them, because I'm always out. And yeah, they didn't want this New Ash Green bit to be built, so it was only built 50 years ago. But it's really stunning around here. No one really knows this area exists, really. Like, no one. My family's lived around here a long time. We've actually lived in like over 18 houses around here. So it's all just land. But they're trying to build on it, but it's not really working. They're like fighting over the moment. But yeah, these vents, so when the helicopters are going over, because the farmer told me, there's loads of them, they're all around this land, and remember we're sitting on chalk, yeah? See, it's covered it with flint here. So these vents, put round. So they open some days, so they're releasing gas, but they're new. And I can feel it in my stomach when I'm walking around here sometimes as well. Like when Melissa came down, she said she could too. And the horses do spook quite a lot. So I'm not quite sure what it is, but the helicopters going over, there's two of them. Are see the flint. See, this flint's gone a bit whiter because it's like out of the ground. There's flint absolutely everywhere. Like the whole ground here made of flint, so it's basically crystal. It's all crystal. Flint everywhere. This is why I'm working with it. All the old churches, all the buildings around here are made out of this flint stuff. And I just love the formation of it. It's so bizarre. Oh, you can't really see. It's just a vent down there too. But yeah. I'm just trying to show you how I would read her language. Like, I like coming out here at different times because the sun moves on the hills, and like even when there's like one cloud that goes over it, this whole bit of land looks so amazing. It just goes myself. Like I watch the shadow, you know, move across the bit of land, and I'll just sit up here for hours. But yeah, I used to gallop around here on my horse since I was younger. There's loads of these like collapsed bits, though it's actually collapsing. But we're probably like the biggest bits of countryside next to London, like round, and then you've got Surrey and that around there. But there's a lot of animals here, so I connect a lot with the horses and the sheep and the cows and that. When they're out over there, I go and hang out with them and interact with them. But mainly just the stone, the flint. So yeah, I'm going to sit down in a minute and talk to you about what's going on with everyone, because there's so many things linking now with this ancient grid too. But I thought I'd come out here and just show you a bit of what I do first, because this is how I live whilst doing my art. But I come out here to chill and actually like collect. I have to do like certain things before I can go into this space when I paint, you know. I have to like find myself and do this. Is all the work, like it's actually quite hard work sometimes. There. Okay. Oh, I can't move the camera around. Oh, I'll just keep talking and walking then. Obviously you're not meant to see me today. I was just juggling over there for a bit. But oh, the sheep may be alright, I can hear them. Okay, so yeah, there's like, okay, because Enchanted World of Twin Flame, Sylvia and Zeta went to India, and then they went to Egypt, and they did the sacred circle, and then Sylvia did all the channeling with the amethyst, saying it linked to Atlantean times and Egyptian, and I agreed with that because there was something going on. Look at these bits of it. With that, just show you these other events because they're everywhere. They keep putting more telephone poles up around here recently as well, this area. Because I monitored where they were, I drew them all up and walked around them. And I was actually whistling. When you whistle in certain places, yeah, it's different, the density is different, because I was getting electrocuted from the ground from holding some of the crystals, walking around at the top of Longfield Hill around here. And then there was another location where I did near one of them box things. It was a massive wired up one near this really old house. Oh, look at this bit of flint. See, that's just starting to crystallise. Yeah, I was starting to whistle, and I was actually getting electrocuted in some parts. You know, like when you go zap, zap. It was like that from a crystal in certain places, and I had Ugg boots on. And I was going like near the Ivy round by the train station and that. And yeah. Anyway, I'm getting distracted from what I was saying. So yeah, Sylvia and Zeta went and did that, and they actually went into the King's Chamber, and they got videos of it on Enchanted World of Twin Flame. And so that was linking with, because I go to Egypt quite a lot. Me and my family are like quite drawn there all the time. And like Turkey, I've been going to Turkey since I was younger, and that's linking with me and Melissa now, going to Turkey. And she's got a bit of land out there, and the quartz from there is amazing. It actually looks amazing, yeah. So, I'm just thinking what way to go. I'll go this way. So, basically, the quartz out there is amazing. It's really quite different, and like every bit looks really, really clear. But it's like, I can't explain it to you because it's so complex and my head picks up the tiny details. It would take me a long time to explain it properly. But so Egypt's also linking with Cambodia, with Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is the world's biggest Hindu temple. This is what I keep saying about Cambodia, because I'm talking about this grid now, yeah. And when we when we look at what I'm talking about is when I went and I got the black goo from the event in London, and then Melissa, we're looking into this now, so we're going to bring it up. I got it from that girl, which was from this divine Indian family that I've been looking up. Since I've been there, I've been keeping an eye on them because it just didn't feel right, none of the spiritual setup there. And I pulled it out this girl because she kept making me cry when she talked, and it was like another version of her was like trapped. So I sent her loads of purple, loads of visuals, and I had my massive rock of amethyst, I have a big lump of quartz, and then I had another crystal that I'd channeled from Telos, from Mount Shasta. It had stored some information in there because there's blobs in there that had moved after I did a transmission there. And then I got them out, and then my mum put her hand on my leg and gave me Reiki whilst I was giving this girl energy. And then there was Simba sitting next to me, who also had held my hand and done something. And then this girl was like passing out on stage, you know, she was going under as I was sending her the energy. It was all coming from my heart chakra. I went into my Vipassana, mixed it with my Reiki, like had my own style of doing things. And then yeah, the girl was like falling asleep because there's loads of them sitting on thrones at the front of the stage. And I took my paintings there to show it to them because they were like this super divine Indian family. I thought they'd like my paintings, so I took them there to show them to them. I was a bit nervous about going because I had a funny feeling it wasn't going to be what I expected. Anyway, but I always take my paintings for protection as well if I feel like this. And then, yeah, the kids were tired, man. These girls that were on the stage, they'd been dragged from like France. They were going to Canada. They were like on a rush to do this trip. The psychic homes they were giving weren't right. They were saying they had all these powers. The youngest one, the 12-year-old, had 68 powers. She was the one that kept making me cry. So when I sent her the purple, she was kind of nodding off on the stage. My mum was nudging me, saying, "Rosie, Rosie." And yeah, the next day these blobs appeared. I didn't know this was going to happen, you know. So yeah, I left it in my room. I protected from it. I saw a couple of people about it, and they all said kind of the same thing. People I trusted in the psychic community, and yeah. The reason I'm bringing this up is because it is linking with this family now, which is like the only Hindu like organisation or this thing. Because they just sent me a link the other day trying to do something else, and it is linking with technology. And then you go back to Angkor Wat, and like it's very ancient what's going on there, because what we're finding Kampot is like undiscovered as well. So there's something going on there, and they had the killing fields where they killed all the Khmer. Yeah, and then they killed all the intelligent ones, and then that links with China, because China said they found Angkor Wat, and then that was also being lied about too. So there's all this stuff going on around Angkor Wat, and then you look at that being the world's biggest Hindu temple. And then today, when I was looking up to find a video to show you of this Indian super divine event, I found the article about the guy I didn't like that was on the screen at this Indian event, because it was only women on the stage. And he has been done for basically sexual abuse and stuff like this. And the thing is with yoga as well. There's something going on with yoga, and it's all linked with yoga in this Hindu thing. And they make it sound spiritual, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is good. Why have I pulled the stuff out of this girl on the stage representing them? And it's linking with so many things now, because I caught it in the amethyst, which links again back to the Egyptian times with Sylvia and Zita going there. Like I channeled the Taj Mahal before, which links with love. So, and they're saying about this guy running this Indian thing, and this was from 2016 or something, this article or whatever. So that's linking with like the child abuse again, because it's saying it's sexual programming. So what really is going on over with that, and why were they touring? Why was this Indian divine family touring on these certain dates? Because it was in Guy Fawkes Estate in London. So we need to start looking into this stuff, and I know people aren't going to want to talk about this black goo and that, and I don't even like calling it black goo, like I don't even know what it is, but you know, that's just language causing the perception again, isn't it? So yeah, I just know my own vibes from it. 19. I know my own vibes from it, yeah. And it did get, a bit of it did get out, and it did get in my sister, because she was like, doing just the thing she was doing where she was acting, and she was playing up on a thing, her like iPad, talking to her mates, falling out with them, which I knew wasn't her, typing and that, and she kept bringing up things about India and bringing over slippers, and then someone was there as well, and yeah, she was acting a bit strange. I won't go into any more detail there, but we sorted it out. And I looked at the crystal and some of it had cracked and it had seeped out, so I ended up putting it out. I've made like a little space for it now with things outside, so it's safe out with Gaia, and I'm still working with it, but I haven't picked it up or anything yet. I was waiting for it to surface because I knew it would come back to me at some point. Sorry, I got something in my shoe. I knew it would come back to me at some point. And when things would start wrapping up, because I normally don't like to research things too much, I'll just go meditate. And a lot of the stuff that I channel is through my own channeling, literally through my own meditation. And I've been deeply meditating now for about 2 years, and just painting and channeling. So yeah, I used to gallop my horse along that back bit there. I used to love these fields. But even here it doesn't look as green as it used to really. But there is a lot of flint, so we can connect to this. And yeah, all these old buildings over here, like they were built by the Knights Hospitallers, some of them. And I live in a place called Knightscroft. But yeah. Anyway, a lot of love, guys. We're definitely getting close. Mm.